This rapper just opened up, and what he said is a warning all artists need to hear. Lud Foe, a popular rapper from Chicago with ties to Lil Durk, has just detailed exactly why he abandoned his successful music career. According to him, he reached a point where he was left with only two choices: go against everything he stood for to gain it all, or walk away with his soul intact. He claims that after rejecting the ultimate deal for success, the industry refused to leave him alone. They tried coming for him by using those closest to him. He now believes he has become a target and is speaking out to tell the world exactly why he had to leave the industry behind.
And that's for a lot of y'all rappers too. A lot of y'all rappers that want to be rappers, stuff like that, man. Make sure y'all know what y'all getting yourself into, man. Make sure y'all know what y'all getting yourself into for y'all want to be famous and want to be rappers, man. Because once you reach a certain peak in life, they gonna come after you.
Lud Foe is a Chicago-based rapper who has collaborated with Lil Durk and many other big rappers. He has hundreds of millions of streams across all his songs. This isn't some guy off the street just talking about stuff he doesn't know. This man had both feet in the industry and saw real tangible success. But according to Lud, when he got to a certain level in the industry, things quickly took a sinister turn. He claimed that while his talent and viral songs got him through the door, he was eventually expected to join an exclusive group if he wanted to climb the industry stairs. According to Lud, they approached him with an offer most people in his position would find hard to refuse. They would make him a superstar, but they wanted something in return. And it wasn't just his master recordings. Lud claims they wanted him to sign the ultimate deal that would forever compromise him.
When I first started rapping, they tried to initiate me in the cult. I turned them down. I ain't want no part. And ever since then, they just been attacking me. They've been targeting me, targeting my family, targeting everybody around me.
This is a story we constantly hear from many artists who have left the industry for one reason or another. They always claim the industry wanted something from them that they refused to give. Now, some people see this as just a disgruntled artist whose career didn't turn out like they wanted it. But that's the thing. This was an artist with real motion, not someone bitter about a career that never took off. Just look at his YouTube catalog. His music videos have over 40 million views, and this is what makes his claims all the more concerning. According to Lud, after achieving his moderate success, he was allegedly blocked from going any further unless he joined this inner circle. He paints this group as almost the industry decision makers. If you're not with them, you can't reach the top.
A lot of y'all rappers too, a lot of y'all rappers that want to be rappers, stuff like that, man. Make sure y'all know what y'all getting yourself into, man. Make sure y'all know what y'all getting yourself into for y'all want to be famous and want to be rappers, man. Because once you reach a certain peak in life, they gonna come after you. And everybody don't be with them, you know. Everybody ain't with. Everybody don't live like. Everybody don't want that. Everybody don't care to be, you know what I'm saying? See, a lot of these people do anything to be rich, do anything for money, do anything for a name, do anything to be somebody. I never was that kind of person. That's why I disappeared for so long.
This is an idea that researchers have believed for a long time now. It's believed the industry operates like a structured hierarchy where those at the top choose who gets to join them up there. Lud makes it sound like this concept could be what's actually happening. But while this is already concerning, what he claims they did to him for refusing the offer makes everything much worse. He alleges that once he rejected the deal, they compromised the people around him to use them against him. He believes they got to his inner circle, made them join their group, and then utilized them to control him.
My friends, they fell for it. They sold or whatever. They compromised everybody around me, really. My family, all my cousins, my friends, chicks I deal with, everybody. Like, I go in certain restaurants, they my food. And I got documents, I got all this documented. I got videos, I got everything. They follow me around there where I go. Tap my phone, when I first started rapping, I had millions of views. I was doing millions of views a day. No label, no nothing. I ain't had no major deal. I never signed a major. Let me say that. I was doing millions of views every day. No label or nothing. And I brought all these people along with me. A lot of the people that was with me, they didn't start with me. I met them along the way, and I just said, all right, cool. I brought them with me.
This was very interesting to me because researchers always talk about the idea of industry controllers who are placed in an artist's entourage. It's believed they are basically tasked with guiding the artist in the direction the higher-ups want without them ever knowing. This is exactly what Lud's comments here reminded me of. He's basically saying that because the industry couldn't get him directly, they had to go through his inner circle to still have some influence over him. He also alleges this was the exact moment things started to get serious for him. He claims he began feeling like forces outside of his control were working against him for refusing to join this system, also stating that he only began to recognize these attacks once he started questioning everything around him and looking deeper into what was really happening.
In the car accidents and all that wasn't normal. Those was acts. When I got in the car accident and broke both of my wrists, broke my jaw, God was protecting me from things that I didn't even know I was being protected from, man. I didn't even know until the attack was over. I didn't even know, like, the things that I done survived in life, I didn't even know. God was protecting me.
Now, there are several other claims Lud Foe made that I've kept out of this YouTube version for obvious reasons. In other parts of this video, he explicitly names this exclusive group and reveals exactly what they wanted from him. If you have been following this channel, you already know the exact group I'm talking about. There is an extended uncut version to this video featuring these heavier claims available on Patreon right now. So if you want to watch that, you can find the link in the description and in the comment section. Now, what Lud Foe said about how they infiltrated his entourage is important for upcoming artists. He claims that when he first started, he was completely independent and pulling in millions of views a day without a major label. He was handling his own businesses and taking his own booking calls. But he alleges that people around him convinced him to bring on a specific manager, claiming he didn't have time to handle it all himself.
My friends or whatever, people I thought was my friends, they introduced me to this guy. Like, yeah, he'll be a good manager for you. He'll be a good manager for you. You should let him manage you. So I used to take my own phone calls. When I used to get bookings and everything, people used to call me. I used to take my own calls, like yeah. And I book my own shows and everything through my phone. I have my phone number up and everything, and they would call me through my phone and book shows. So they're like, man, you ain't got time for that. Woo woo. So they talked me into letting this guy manage me. G1, Mozzie, that's his name. G1, Mozzie.
This is how he claims they were allowed to plant their industry controller into his crew. According to Lud, this was the moment they got inside his circle. Once this management was in place, the control over his career began to shift. He alleged that the Sabotage went far beyond just blacklisting him. Lud claims they started monitoring his phone and sending people to get close to him just to watch his every move. He even claims his former management manipulated the system to steal his royalty checks and put his original music rights in their own name illegally. But the most concerning tactic he detailed is how the industry handles artists who refuse to stay quiet. Lud alleges that they are actively trying to destroy his credibility by paying people to paint him as mentally ill.
Friends working against me, my family working against me. Everywhere I go, and they want me to sing, they want me to look crazy, they want me to get on here and sound crazy to y'all, but this is really what's going on.
According to him, this is a calculated move. If they can convince the public that he is crazy, then no one will believe him when he exposes what the industry really is doing behind closed doors. Lud Foe also details how the industry manufactures opposition against artists who won't comply. In the video, he addresses the sudden rise of hate and friction from the industry he faced when he rejected their offer. He alleged that none of this was organic. According to him, the industry actively recruited haters and paid people to go against him. He claims that many of the individuals who suddenly had a problem with him couldn't even explain why they were mad, leading him to believe that the opposition was entirely scripted by those working against him.
All that happened. They start recruiting haters and start paying people to go against me and everything. Like, a lot of these people that's against me, I never had like a personal issue, like a real problem with these people. Like, a lot of people that's against me, you can't ask them why they don't like me or how we fall out. You can't ask them that, because they ain't gonna have an answer for you. They ain't gonna have an answer for you. All this going on, ripped it.
This total isolation and manipulation is what ultimately led him to his disappearance. He claims that management tricked everyone from his early videos into chasing the money, leaving him completely surrounded by compromised individuals. Because he refused to do whatever it takes for fame, he alleged he had to step away from the internet completely to protect himself. Now, at the end of the day, it's up to you to believe him or not. Clearly, he didn't provide any actual proof to validate his claims. This is just his account of what he alleged he experienced in the music industry. Obviously, not every artist has the same experience, but it seems like many do. That's why I decided to listen to his claims, because it mirrors what we keep hearing from many other artists. Whether you believe there's a darker side to the industry or it's just the cold world of corporate business, many artists feel the same way. They describe feeling devalued by the system. They go from being independent artists to a musical brand sold by a corporation. They lose their identity, their sense of control, and their freedom. While Lud describes the situation as much more intense, it reflects his exact same idea. What happens to these artists when they sign on the dotted line? Recently, I covered 2 different movies that tackled this exact same theme. They seem to tell the story he is describing to a T. In the movie American Satan, a rock band signs the exact same type of deal that he claims he rejected. When they take the deal, they become superstars on top of the world. But the entity that gave them everything starts to use them to push his agenda. This is when the rock band starts performing with his branding behind them, and eventually, the figure demands the unthinkable. The same theme appears in Jennifer's Body, where the price of fame is far more literal and far more sinister. So if you want to see how Lud claims were directly mirrored in a movie, watch this video right now. If you want to watch the uncut Patreon version of this video, the link is in the description. When you join, you get this video and over 60 other exclusive videos. Another way to support the channel is to subscribe so you don't miss any of these important breakdowns. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.